You build the vision board, you recite the daily affirmations, and you spend every waking hour shoving against the obstacles in your path. But after weeks of directed effort, your goal remains stationary. The needle hasn't moved. All that work has produced nothing but exhaustion. This friction usually stems from the assumption that achieving our desires requires us to micromanage the exact method and timeline of their arrival. We call this resistance. When a simple desire turns into a fixation on the specific route to get there, it triggers a feedback loop of anxiety. This state of mind creates an energetic barrier that actively repels the very goal you're chasing. Breaking that anxiety loop starts with releasing the obsession over the specific path. When that mental grip softens, the target is finally able to naturally drift closer. Attempting to force a specific outcome is essentially practicing a lack of trust. You are reinforcing a state of worry, signaling to the universe that you believe the process will fail without your constant intervention. The manifestation process functions through a technical separation of roles. You are the architect of the what, while the broader system handles the how. Imagine a schematic divided by a hard boundary. You select the destination. The other side calculates trillions of variables to find the most efficient path. Attempting to cross that boundary to dictate logistics causes the system to glitch, introducing human error into the calculation. It's the same logic as micromanaging a delivery driver. If you try to dictate every turn and stop they make after placing an order, you aren't helping the package arrive. You are the reason for the delay. Releasing control is often about physical preparation. Some manifestation practitioners suggest moving your car to one side of the driveway, purely to make room for a partner's car to eventually arrive. You are creating the space for the outcome, rather than engineering the arrival. Surrendering the logistics is a mechanical requirement. Without it, the system simply lacks the flexibility to deliver your result. Fixating on the how creates immense mental noise. Your focus becomes trapped by rigid timelines and the pressure to perform. The static drowns out the subtle intuitions and synchronicities that are actually trying to guide you. You become too busy worrying about the route to see the signs pointing the way. This strategy is exactly how one lottery winner secured a $50,000 Powerball win. Looking at these rows of numbers, it is clear that no amount of manual effort could guarantee a win, so she focused entirely on her internal state. Her behavioral strategy was surprisingly simple. If her schedule became too crowded or she felt pressure building up, she would cancel her plans and go to the park. She understood that pressure is the enemy of alignment. By choosing the park over her chores, she prioritized her state of mind over her schedule, ensuring she remained in a receptive state. Receiving is an active skill. It involves a disciplined refusal to operate under pressure, protecting your mental clarity so you can actually sense the opportunities when they appear. Surrendering the how is often mistaken for doing nothing. It is a common misconception that manifestation means waiting on the couch for a miracle. In reality, you still take inspired action. You move toward your goal, but you remain completely unattached to the specific form that progress takes. When you are unattached, a broken plan isn't a dead end. If your original route hits a barrier, the path will simply branch off in a new, unforeseen direction that still leads to the final destination. This rerouting is a sign of a more efficient system at work. What looks like a detour is the universe bypassing obstacles you couldn't see. The directive is clear. Define what you want, experience the gratitude of already possessing it, and then step out of the way. Reaching your highest goals functions less like a manual construction project and more like an open invitation. The secret is simply leaving the door unbolted so the outcome has a way to enter.